Hi everybody, this is the website boy from the websiteboy.com. You can Google it or you can just click the links in the bottom of this video and find my links there to my website and the exercise files. Anyways, on the last video we were talking about controlling length of decimals, and we made this little function here, and for some of you out there that get a little confused here, on the last function I did not display anything. So this was like this, and when you came here it was nothing display. All you have to do on that is alert the pretty total, and it's gonna give you, and then uncomment this out on the last tutorial. All right, if you have this file, and then you should have something like that, and you can just use the same one here for this one. All right, we're gonna save as, and we are gonna be talking today about the date. As you can see here, it works now fine. So, but anyways, I'm gonna do a save as here, and we're gonna be talking about the daytime. All right, the date, and so this is gonna be 26 JavaScript tutorial, and it's gonna be date. All right, so we're gonna change that here, 26, and then it's gonna be date. .html. All right. Alright, and then we are going to delete this. If you hear like a little fan in the back, don't mind that noise, because it is a heater that I got here in my office upstairs, which is really cold up here in the second floor. Alright, so anyway, just in case you hear that noise in the back, which is pretty loud right here. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let me show you how to work with the date. On this tutorial here, I'm going to show you how to extract certain parts of the date, and then on the next tutorials after that, I'm going to show you how to do some cool stuff with the date, how to extract the other remaining parts, and how to display the date differently to users. All right, so for example, let's say I have a variable here. This is how we use the date object, and it's an object because if you see that every object we started with new, and then we write the name like this. So this is an object, and if I go ahead and display it, alert it, refresh, now you can see the whole date in here, right? So the way this goes here is very simple, right? The first thing that we got there is the day of the week, right? We got the date of the week right here, which is Monday. Today's Monday. Then we got the month, then we have the date. All right, then we have the year, then we have the time in the military, in the 24-hour format, which is military, and we have, of course, the hour, the minutes, the seconds. Then we have the Greenwich Mean Time right here. All right, and then we have the zone, Central Time. All right, now there are some events. In some events we want to extract certain part of this. We don't want to display this whole thing to the user. This is ugly. This is not something that we want the user to see, right? It's not, it doesn't look right. So let's say, for example, I want to extract this part of the day from here. Now keep in mind that this is not a string, this is an object, so we can use part of this to do different things. But if you want to convert this to a string, you can. All right, so what we need to do is we need to come here and say, let's say, for example, now, let's just take that back. I don't want to write that again. So let's convert it to a string, and I need that too. What am I erasing all this? Let's make a variable, and let's call it now string. I should call this the date. Make it more semantic. The date string. All right, so what I want to do is I want to say the date dot, remember this function, to a string, and that's it. Now we converted this to a string, and we can do a lot of things with it. All right, so let's say, for example, I want to show you something about the date. One thing that we are going to be extracting, we're going to be extracting today's date, which is Monday, We're gonna be extracting the day of the week. So let's do that. Let's make an array, and let's call it days of the week. Okay, and in this array, this is how it works. That the days of the week, and I'll show you right now, but let's first make this array. I'm going ahead of myself like always, and let's do the Monday, let's do the Tuesday, right here, let's do the Wednesday, let's do the Thursday, let's do the Friday, and it starts on Friday and Sunday, by the way. Friday and Saturday. So it starts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright? I'm not missing any of them. It's supposed to be 7, 0, but it's 6 because it starts on 0. It's actually 7 spots right here. Alright, so these are the days of the week, and this is just an array that I just made right now. I could just rename this Sunday. This is not something that is pre-built on JavaScript. I just made this. Alright, so let's create the date. We have the date object right here, and we are converting it to a string. Alright, let's use that. Alright, so let's pull the date, today's date, which is Monday. Let's pull Monday out of there. Now if I alert, let me just call this the date, and this is a function here. Now the date, this is how you extract different parts of the date. The date, and this is a method right here. Alright, right there. Get date, so it's gonna get today's date. Let me just comment all this so you can see it, and I'm gonna alert it right now so you can see the date, how it looks. This is part of the date object, and if I refresh, it doesn't do anything because it's doing the date. It's the date, not the date. Refresh, and as you can see, it's saying that today's date isn't 1. Alright, and if you remember here in this array, I said that starts at 0, right? So this date method here, this method of this function of this object, right, starts on 0, and then goes to, because today's Monday, it is gonna give me a number 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I go ahead and go and do -1 and I refresh, it's gonna give me 0. So it's gonna go back to Sunday. Right? So what I want to do is I want to use these words instead of this number. Instead of this number 1, 2, 3, and 4, I want to use these words that I have on this array. Alright? So I want to use a string. How do we do that? So let's make another variable, and let's call it today. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to say days of the week. This is the array, right here. That's the array empty. I'm going to put the day inside my array, which is the day the method right here. I'm gonna make it in. I'm gonna put it in there. All right, and I'm going to alert it. And I'm gonna explain to you how this works right now. Refresh, and it doesn't do anything. I'm missing something here. Oops, what am I missing? This thing here. Refresh. This is the problem with JavaScript. Sometimes it doesn't tell you when you make a mistake unless you use some other. So let me see. Sunday is good. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and the date. And the day is here. We are alerting. You gotta be careful when you're doing that. All right. So how do we fix this? I'm seeing here my mistake. I'm trying to look at it from this. Alright, so we got that going there, and this is working there. Let's use Firebug. Let's use Firebug for that. Actually, we can use inspect element. Right click on it. For some reason my head is not into it, so I can't see it. and let's go to console, and it's telling me I have an unexpected token right here, right? All right, it's telling me something is wrong right here. That's what it did, right? Console, and then right there, you saw that yellow line right there. Something is wrong right here with my array. So we got Sunday, comma, Monday, comma, Tuesday, comma, Wednesday, comma, Thursday, comma, Friday, comma, and then it's a problem somewhere here. I don't see it. I don't see the problem. It must be right in front of my eyes, but I can't see it. Jeez, this happens. And I'm gonna leave this video. I'm not gonna even erase it because, oh, I see the problem. The problem is that, oh Jesus, you see, sometimes, and I'm gonna leave this video so you guys can see what happens. All right, it's unexpected talking, and it's telling me exactly what it is. And this is an array, guys. You cannot put a parenthesis on an array. It has to be square brackets. Jeez, you see that? So I just show you how to debug. Okay, anyways, so let's refresh it and we still have a problem. All right, let's make sure the file name is the right one right here. That's fine, and save it. That's not working, and we are alerting today. Supposed to alert, so that's good. Let's check it again. Right click it, inspect element on it, and console, and unexpected talking. It's telling me that is unexpected too. Let me see something. Let's just go ahead and do this the right way. Oh, I see my mistake right here. Another one. All right, I was missing the equal sign there, or symbol. Refresh, and now I get Monday. See, I left it the same. Sometimes when you are programming a lot and you're doing a lot of code, your head can just spin off and you don't even know what you're doing. I mean, you miss things that are very obvious right in front of you. I just want you to keep mind to that. So as you can see here, it's telling me today is Monday. All right, now as you can see here is Monday. All right, and tomorrow when I run this code again, it's gonna tell me it's Tuesday. It's gonna jump into the second right here. It's gonna go jump into this one because this get date method from this object right here, it will go to number 2 tomorrow. And number 2 is this one, 0, 1, and 2. All right, and if you're wondering where is it getting this information from, it's getting it from your computer right here. All right, so the date method it works with your computer. So if your computer's time is messed up, your date time is going to be messed up on your application. All right, so it's going to grab the computer's date and time. All right, so now let me show you exactly how this works right here. So we get, let me recap a little bit. We get the object right here. We assign it to a variable called the date. Now we convert the date using a method right here, a function, to a string. All right, so now it's a string. Now we can do things to it, and then we make an array called days of the week, and we place these strings into this array, these values from Sunday to Saturday, because we know that this method starts at 0. 0 is Sunday and 1 is Monday. We know that from this date, and that's why I made this array like this, because I know that. If you didn't know that, it would be hard for you to do that. But I know that this get date, and it explains it on the JavaScript website. Firefox, Mozilla explains it too. They have a page where it explains all this. But anyways, you can also Google it and say, you know, get date, what values does it represent, right? So you can do that. But I'm telling you right now, so we know that this get date method starts with 0, so that's why I placed this there. But what do we do here? When we came down, we use the method get date, right, with the object. That's how we call the methods, with the object. Objects have methods in there, and we can call them like this. That's a pre-built method. And then when we call this method, right, we assign this, which is a number, a 0, 1, from 0 to 6, we assign it to the variable the day. All right. And now here, we grab the array, days of the week, right? And then we assign this method to it, which is a number. Remember, it's a number. So it's a number 1. So automatically, when we put this method inside this array, right here, the index is going to jump into that number, boom, which is right here, number 1, 0, and then it's going to jump here. And tomorrow is going to jump there, and then next is like that. It's going to go and jump into the other dates, right? On the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use other parts of the date object and do other things with it, right? Because right now it's pretty boring. All we're doing is alerting Monday there, and we can't see anything else. So I'm going to show you how to do some other things with the date object. It's very important that you learn about objects, and I will show you that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you were able to learn something with this tutorial. You know, other people might erase the tutorial and not show you when they make the mistakes. I prefer to leave some of this bloobs or blobs, whatever you call it, mistakes, so that way you can see that I'm not perfect and I do make mistakes, even though I've been coding for a while, and so that way you can correct them. Thank you again for your support. If you like the video, favorite, like it, make a comment on it, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. The Website Boy out.